Good evening, lights, chimera, action, and welcome back to the Paragon Masters. I'm your host, Toaster Loading. To my left, Shane Lynch. To his left, another notch. We're in the same building. Deal with it. So, if you guys have been tuning in, which we know you have, because we can see the viewership. You guys know that we have a custom game or custom lobby bug that's happening right now. So due to that, we kind of thought it was a numbers thing. Oh, it's happening about 20-30% of the people.
That's what we were told.
So we're like, let's play the numbers. We'll risk it. We're good at lottery. Apparently, none of us should go buy lottery tickets right now.
I bought 2 today, and that was a terrible mistake.
Because 100% of the games that these two teams, Mayhem and Straight Outta Agora, have played have had that bug happen. Yes. Some earlier than others, unfortunately, for them. So what we're going to be doing is we got creative over the break. So we're going to do a Hail Mary. Basically, these teams, the team captains right now, are just Q sniping each other. They're going to be like, all right.
Don't queue up everyone.
Yeah, we need your power, chat.
We need your power.
Everyone in Paragon,
cancel your queues.
If you're here, go to the other channels and tell them all.
Unless you want to face Mayhem.
Unless you want to, well, yeah,
hey.
That might be fun. That might be fun for them. But
Who is that fun for?
We need no one to. We need you
Mayhem.
guys to just not. We need you guys to not queue up right now, so that Mayhem and Straight Outta Agora.
We can do this, the Paragon community. We're reaching out to you.
Yeah,
give us your power.
Chance. Come on, guys.
Let's
make
this.
History. Anyway, long story short, if this does not work out, and we will, we have our admin chat up right now. If this does not work out, the teams cannot do this. If it seems like it's just hopeless, we don't want to put these teams or you through purgatory, which is just the same games being played over and over and over again.
They're in a lobby.
Wow. Okay. So.
But are they against each other?
We're gonna know in a moment.
That's the thought. So Shane right now has the teams up on his friends list. It looks like both of them are in the lobby, right? We've got
Soul Nazgul's in the lobby. Pixel's in the lobby. Peace Tor's in the lobby. I don't think Leo Grande's in the lobby.
Okay.
Team?
Okay. So,
hello?
So did we just
Chat,
do this?
did we do
Did
this?
we just do this right now? That was the quickest thing in the world. All right. If we don't see them leave, then we can just assume game freaking on, baby.
There is no obstacle that we cannot
there ain't
figure
no
out.
Mountain high enough.
All right, Michael McDonald.
Ain't no valley low.
And if you're Shane, there ain't no.
You've never seen those mountains before. Damn, it's amazing.
Anyway, it looks like these teams are not leaving. It looks like they're drafting the same lobby. So we did it, Reddit.
There's no obstacle we cannot overcome together.
Is this a thing?
Community. Between Epic, the community, the organizers, the teams, the players, everyone.
Keep going.
Look what we did.
The voice.
Look what we did. Think about this. You guys just saw 3 warm-up games.
You guys now know how to play a really aggressive team comp.
Exactly.
When your team bans out, when your opponent's bans out.
Exactly. Greystone is going to be useless for like 20 minutes.
Let's go to the draft real quick.
Okay. Great. So we see Greystone, the 8th pick, the Ocho man, if you will.
The Dojo Ocho.
The Dojo Ocho.
Lesbian Ocho.
I wish these teams could switch their draft up, but we can't let them do that.
no.
We're doing fake Gideon. Just do it.
We're going to see the probably a very similar. Now, one thing actually I want to talk about. Let's talk about the differences now. Mayhem started out strong. Straight Outta Agora, all of a sudden, not losing as much as they did
in game number 3 of 1.
Number 2 of 1. Game number 3 of 1, Straight Outta Agora really started to seem like they were adjusting well. And one of the things that they were adjusting well by doing was ganking that Greystone. Ganking the Chimera.
In Greystone's lane, in that blue lane. That boring blue lane.
In the boring
Very
lane.
boring lane.
And they were killing him over and over again, which might have put the pressure kind of on Mayhem. All right, well, we're losing this now. We don't have that split push. We don't have a lot of things to do. And so definitely improving, learning from the mistakes, which is really cool. Shane, everything's still all good?
Did this work? Did this work?
Dude, how clever.
We went to a 5-minute break.
Guys, can we take a moment? Today has been, this is an obstacle. Our head admin, Actual Shakes, can we please give that man some love? After the show tonight, we may be buying him drinks. He's been working his butt off today. Big shout out to you, man.
He has been,
because not only this, he has other duties as well that he's taking care of. The man has put everything together, and he has persevered through amounts of stress that would have made me break. Did make you break. I know that.
I broke.
He broke.
I broke.
And Christian the entire time has just been laughing.
Lots of hardships indeed. Fantastic.
So Dan,
Dan the man, actually Shakes.
Can we please
killing it?
Get some support for him, chat. I mean, they're still in the. I got to imagine
this
they're
happened,
guys. It actually worked.
It's here.
It worked.
We've got the replay. What? Like, there's no way. All right, well, we did it here. Paragon Masters, the Paragon community, you guys make it happen. We're making history here. There's no other time does this work except for today.
I love it. Did that work?
I love it.
Team? So, guys, you know what that means? This game's not going to crash.
Hey, that is a guarantee. Well,
don't relax with the guarantees. Relax with the guarantees.
I'm gonna let you guarantee that.
Let's take a chill, Phil, and just hang out for a second here.
That is ridiculous.
Just chill, Phil. Just chill.
Yeah.
I don't understand how they actually queued with each other.
That's incredible. That's
because they're both so like high.
I get
MMR.
that. I know how the queue works.
and then what happens is the queue pops, and they're like, "Hey, did your queue pop?" And they're like, "Yeah, it did."
You know how many
Let's do
times?
this.
You know how many times I've queued when other 5-man teams are queuing,
we've tried
and
this.
I'm always placed against those teams, and I'm solo queue.
Generally, when you stream,
It's
like
always
100%
when I
of the
stream.
time. 100% of the time.
Twitch.tv backslash another notch.
Yes.
Yeah, twitch.tv/another notch. Guys,
me.
twitch.tv/ITG Shane Lynch.
Oh, there you go.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This
the prize
works.
pool raised by the community does not honor or bring justice to how amazing that they are.
Yeah.
Does it not?
It does not. They've contributed humbly through monetary compensation with showing their affection for this game. But yet, we've been having all sorts of fun today.
Yeah.
And here we are.
And they're
The
in it.
broadcast remains.
They're in it.
We through
I'm gonna donate money to them right now.
through
actually.
sheer luck and will
To the community?
these teams
Yeah.
are able to.
So you're going to donate money to the community?
Every-
Wow,
everyone in
how many
chat.
people are in here right now?
Everyone in chat.
Congratulations, guys.
I'm donating to you. I meant
Well, there goes our dinner.
I meant
Yeah.
to these teams.
And if you look at me, I don't miss dinner. I'm very upset about this.
Sorry, actually, Shakes. No drinks tonight.
So, are we going to see a change up in how these teams are playing? Like, are they literally just going to be like, all right, Howitzer and Iggy mid.
Go, man.
Reflect,
Interesting.
you're going to go up against Chimera. You're going to...
I mean, if it's Mayhem, if you're Mayhem, it's worked. Straight of Agora.
Up until game number 3 of game number 1.
Then started kind of manipulating that.
Game number 4
Of game number 1. That's what we're about to get into.
I have no idea what's happening tonight.
60 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. And
Zero idea what's happening.
And our first match will be underway between Team Mayhem and Team Straight Out of
I
Agora.
feel like Epic's done this because he was like, pause, and he was like, oh, we'll pause.
I wasn't being mean.
We're going to pause 2 games for you. Let me see how this works.
I want Epic to do that because that's how awesome they are. They're like, they're so involved in this community. They're like, oh, let's just
Listen.
let's
just do
this.
this.
Show our power.
Epic
Shane,
is
call
doing.
us out again.
Epic is doing a phenomenal job.
They have a Shane button.
Just a button.
Just Shane, boop, it just locates him, breaks everything that he's a part of.
Epic has done a phenomenal job. Things like this happen, man. Things like this happen. Let's reminisce a bit. Remember in that one game we were a part of, when custom lobbies didn't even exist and entire tournaments were played in this capacity?
I remember that.
You remember that?
I remember that.
That's
that was
how I
a
was
thing.
like. I'm going back to the days when I was very first started casting.
Yeah.
Where this particular title didn't have customs, and these guys would literally teams would queue up against each other for like 6 hours until they finally got each other. Can we do this already?
Let's do it.
Toaster.
Yeah, sorry, Shane. I gotta stop talking. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh my
we
God, we
are
made it.
getting into it. We've done it. Game number 1 between Team Mayhem
Game number 1.
and Straight Out of Agora.
Thanks
Not-
for spending an hour with us, by the way, guys.
Thanks for hanging out. This has been a great time building bonds of community and friendship. All right, let's say one more time. Who is on Mayhem Notch?
Do you want to do it? Or you did it last time?
You do the blue this time.
Okay, I'll do it. But you go first.
I'll go first.
Okay, you go
Just
first.
use alternate.
Okay, Blaze Master B. Rocking the Chimera. We've got Big Boy B. I bet you guys can guess. Playing Rampage. Slops is still on Murdoch. Live Lunatic has against Scorch. And Griever, guys, he's playing on the Go Giggity Grux. I did
it! And they got to high five again.
Yes!
And ladies and gentlemen, for the sake of consistency, J. Leo Grande on Chimera, Solo Nazgul on Howitzer, Pixel on Murdoch, Reflect on Greystone, and Peace Turtle coming out with the Go Get 'em.
You changed it. I did it
Grux.
right, and you changed it.
Well, hey, this might be a foreshadowing on these teams changing it right now. A very aggressive already early in the mid.
Yeah, Big Boy B's coming out mid lane. He is going to get knocked back.
Yeah, Howitzer's
Solo Nose Ghoul.
Yeah, Howitzer solo
Voldemort.
knows well.
Solo Nose Ghoul knows how to pop him up and escape from that.
He does. killing Howitzer early on when he leveled up that knockback is actually deceptively difficult to do, unless it's like a double range gank, which obviously that's literally not going to happen in this game. Literally not going to happen. If I'm Team Mayhem, I'm like, look, Blaze Master B got a ward. Look at that.
Yeah,
he switched up and he picked
Mayhem
himself up a ward.
Also learning.
Yeah. So he was getting ganked. He was the one giving up the kills, and look at that. He went with a healer token. This is really interesting. Have we picked up on this before? Has he been doing this the whole time?
Because obviously the entire time.
He has. This is so cool. So this is, I guess, the reason for this is obviously it lends well to his kit. How early on his health regen is actually really, really important, and it's like I don't think you can out-sustain. There's no way Reflect can out-sustain this Chimera. He can tank. He's going to have an absurd amount of health regen. I'm surprised that Blaze Master isn't getting a little bit more aggressive on Reflect. Maybe a couple levels when he's a little more tanky, and I was concerned about the damage coming out from those creep.
Minions, that creep wave, the damage that they can do.
Dude, creeps are almost always the MVP.
Yeah,
they are the MVP.
Early game, it's insane. So many times I'm playing and I see a guy come after me, and I'm like, he's running through my creeps. I kill him now.
Yeah, I love the body block when you fall off the side of the map and you're like coming up the stairs and the creeps follow behind you.
Yeah, like,
and they just surround you. You're like, well, I'm just gonna sit here and take this.
I'm just gonna die now. Oh, it's the best, guys. Just the beauties of this game.
That lane is boring, by the way.
Didn't I tell you that in game number 2, game number 1?
You did. You did tell us that.
Starting right out, game number 2, game number 1. 3 minutes in, Slops not having first blood yet.
Yeah.
No deaths.
He got first blood, and not the case here. It's all about the Grux laning smash. I mean, this is a mirror matchup here in this lane.
Ooh, so that's cool.
Oh, he's looking for potentially to sweep over here. There is not a ward. Smash and grab, hit Slops, target they were looking for. Counter smash and grab is going to pretty much not move Peace Turtle anywhere. The mine is there, but I think this is going to be... Oh, Pixel's going to get this. There's the buckshot right to the face. This is looking like an inverse to game number 1. Big Boy B is going to jump. Oh, no! Big Boy B, unfortunately, he missed the jump up. He might be in some trouble here. They're going to continue to get aggressive. Chimera's chopping on him live. Lunatic, he's not level 5. He doesn't have that Flame Belch. Big Boy B, is he going to get taken out? I think he is going to. Leo Grande really extending here. Smash and grab is going to pick it up. Leo Grande is so low. Is he going to be easy? He's going to be able to get out of here.
He's going to escape.
So SOA looks like after the 4th try, finally have got themselves a decisive early game strike. 2 kills. Pixel picked up one of those kills, and the next best person who needs that farm and that experience on Leo Grande, who is already level 4 and is going to be level 5 here in just a moment. Compare that to the Chimera of Blaze Master B, who is almost level 4 and is going to be level 5 in just a moment.
So almost identical.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? So I'm just going to point out. I just want to.
Wow.
I want to point out
Ouch.
here. We've seen these weird bugs with the lobbies have 100% favored SOA. They've had time to adjust. They've come back in. They're not as tilted. If I'm Team Mayhem again,
I'm getting tilted.
I'm 90 degrees right now.
Yeah, because we had the lead. We had the lead in game number 2. We had the lead in game number 3. And because of a weird error, SOA's been able to come out and capitalize.
Yeah, this is going to be huge. I think now, looking on it as the game goes, if things are kind of progressing where SOA is going to be the one who's dominating this match, it is going to be a huge feat for Mayhem. If they can come out and still take this, if they can find another victory for the 3rd time in a row against the same team, against the same team comp, even if after your team has to adjust, has a time to adjust, I mean, that's going to be amazing. But yeah, straight out of Agora now, again, it seems like every single time learning from that mistake, trying something a little bit different, and now decisively taking an early victory.
I mean, what can Mayhem do here other than to continue just to look for ganks? SOA has figured out how they rotate. They figured out what's going on, and they figured out counterplay to that composition. Red lane already looks like it's under some pressure here from SOA. The damage is not going to be there for them to take this tower out. Yeah, I was going to say they're probably just going to push this tower down
buff, though, soon.
Fall back. Yeah, 15 seconds. This is a round. You want to make sure. I mean, Grux is not level 5. The people who need level 5 are the Murdochs and the Chimeras. Both Chimeras are level 5. Slops is 4. Pixels is 5. So Slops doesn't get 5 here. I mean, that Chimera combo that we've seen, he's really not very close to 5 at all. He's going to need an entire creep wave to get taken out. And the black buff is going to spawn, and I feel like Mayhem shouldn't contest this. SOA should be able to clean this up. Reflect has made his way over here. He is going to continue to do what he does, and that's do none exciting things whatsoever. Griever gets caught out. There's that Chimera combination. Smash and grab, going to pull him right back in. Peace Turtle is going to get the kill. Mayhem, they're already feeling a little bit discombobulated, something they haven't been. So I feel like it's safe to say that these disconnects are definitely testing their resolve.
Sure.
And right now they're failing that test.
Now, going back to when Mayhem played against Triangle Formation, we saw them have an amazing early game.
Yeah.
But then we saw them hit a wall, like you were saying, kind of making some misplays. The team comps just started, they started swinging in the favor of Triangle Formation.
Oh,
but
slops,
then,
my dear friend.
Uh-oh.
All the R buttons, move along, hits reflect. Now, they got to be careful because Leo Grande is the one taking the tower. You want Greystone to be the one taking the tower, and that's going to be the case. Well done. Beautiful rotate. 5 people here. They have the black buff. I don't know if Mayhem are going to be able to defend this. Big boy's level 6. He has his ultimate reflect. He doesn't care. I'm going to go ahead and die twice. The moment reflect goes down, the tower aggro is going to switch, and they have to be decisive. They switch their target. Flame Belch is going to come out here from Live Lunatic, but it's immediately going to get pulled back. No effective whatsoever. The tower's down. The tower's mute. Reflect is still alive somehow. Big boy pops the ultimate, but it might just simply be too late. So Reflect does go down for the second time, but already Mayhem are looking. I mean, they're going to get kills here. But they lost the Tier 1 tower really early on.
Solo.
Can they
Behind
continue
enemy
to get
lines.
more? Solo Nazgul, he's going to avoid the smash and grab. He's going to get hit right there. If he was able to get away, that would have been no, just a little bit too short.
Close.
Smash and grab is going to peel 2 off of him. Peace Turtle's trying to do what he can to allow means of aggress for Solo Nazgul. I don't think that's going to be the case, though. Here comes Griever. He's going to smack him. And who's going to get the last hit? Well, you better believe it. Slops. Can they counter push this? They have the black buff. They're all really, really healthy. I think they can. I think they might be able to make a counter push
back
here.
too. Oh, that was close.
And I mean, the ultimates. I mean, all of the ultimates are offline for SOA. No Solo Nazgul, no Howitzer to be concerned about. I think they're going to do this, and I would love to see them do this. They don't have Iggy, which Iggy's a really big tool. Peace Turtle, he's jumping up to try to avoid some shots. But yeah, because of that successful fight, they're going to counter push this down. But here comes Leo Grande. They're all healthy. They got mana. Their ultimate's going to be back up there already. Griever's in a lot of trouble. We heard a call go down. The damage out there. There's that long arm of the law is going to take out Blaze Master B. They're just trying to get the tower, and this is a disaster for Mayhem. They weren't decisive enough. They had to immediately rotate to the tower the moment Solo Nazgul went down. They weren't able to, and they get cleaned up. They lost the tower. They get 3 kills. You know what? There was a silver lining there for them, but that silver lining is just null and void because they went ahead and gave up 2 kills right there.
Sure.
Yeah.
SOA are definitely going to be happy about that. They literally had those kills handed to them.
Yeah, I mean, that was you have to be careful when you're only 8 minutes into the game. Respawn timers are what, 15 seconds, 20
Yeah,
seconds?
they're not long at all.
You know, you Christian, you mentioned that we saw some missteps coming out of Mayhem. That was around the 45-minute to 50-minute mark. That's where we're at. We may be
The
game number
cumulative
4.
amount of game time.
We may be game number 4 of game
Thus
number
far.
1.
Cumulative game time.
Yes.
Right, but we're at about 45 minutes.
We're in the late game.
Yeah. Psychologically, this is a late game.
Well, see,
Psychologically,
I
exactly.
was gonna say that. I think we should turn this into like a case study. We should just like look at like what happens to these teams. Having
What
played
happened?
the same game,
Right.
The same team comps multiple times in a row. And what we have seen, at least so far, up to the 9.5-minute mark into Game 4 of Game 1, is that Outta Agora has learned from their mistakes, and Team Mayhem is just not being as dominating as they were right out of the gate.
Absolutely. SOA
I will say though,
persevering.
we've seen Team Mayhem. Yes, they may make some mistakes, and they've had some misplays here. Team Mayhem is one of those teams that is able to get back into a fight and just dominate. We have seen it many times from Team Mayhem. So they're not out by any means. Yes, they lost a Tier 1 tower.
Sure.
But card power for the most part is pretty even.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to see. Keep them doing here.
So, Solo Nazgul, he plays a mean howitzer. He is going to have to play a mean one here. Going to knock Grux out of there. That's such a satisfying thing to do.
messed up.
It's so satisfying when you do that. This card, Armivore, am I saying that right?
You're saying that right.
Isn't that like someone who only eats like... I don't know.
Arms?
That's somebody who only eats arms.
Okay.
Maybe think about herbivores.
It's 16 energy pen, which is neat, dandy, fine, cool. On unit kill, restore 7 mana.
He doesn't.
I didn't even know this card existed. I didn't even know this card existed.
I want it now.
I mean, it's important for Howitzer to get that penetration, but he has many other means to do so.
But do you think that's an early buy that you just sell later?
I just feel like
I think so.
you don't leave lane with this. He doesn't have to back from
Yeah.
it. He's got a
Right.
health pot.
Right.
He doesn't have to leave unless he needs to.
Good pressure.
That's a really cool card. And he also has, on top of that, the Mind Flows. There's synergy between those two cards. Mind Flow, when you're above 50% mana, you get cooldown reduction. And obviously, he has great means of sustain with that mana. So Really cool, interesting build coming out from Nazgul. I really like that he's willing to switch things up, and I'm sure that he's tried this out, unless he's just saying, you know what, game number 4, game number 1, it's time to go crazy. I'm pulling out the Armivore Mind Flow strategy. I actually would love to experiment with that. I love that those two cards work off of each other and take away the fact that Howitzer has really a hard time keeping his mana levels up.
He sold it, by the way.
Oh, and there it goes.
He heard me.
He heard you, and he was
needed
like,
it
watch
just for that early
this.
game. You think that's my combo? Mind game.
At what point did he pick that up? He had to have picked that up really early
I
on.
feel like he picked it
I
up
think
early.
I think it's just a lane sustain early game. Kind of keep you, like you said, above that.
Yeah,
that man.
goats matotes.
Yeah,
It was 100%
Don't
for
back.
the combo of the two, the Mind Flow, and it keeps him in the lane. Now he's backed off, he's sold it, he's picked up a Madstone Gem, which gives him the attack speed and a little bit of minor cast.
12 minutes. Black buff has spawned.
Again?
Has been picked up here by Mayhem. And what are they going to do with this here? I mean, before in game number 2, game number 1, we saw 2 tier 1 towers down and blow for the blue lane and the red lane.
Yep. And
Actually, the opposite course of action right now happening. I mean, if this game comes to a farm match, it's not going to favor Mayhem.
no.
Greystone is so good in the late game. He actually, his damage scales. The moment he's able to stick on to Murdoch, or I guess to an extent Grux, but not really. Grux generally builds pretty tanky, but he's going to be able to stick onto that Murdoch. And even if he doesn't kill the Murdoch, he's going to be absorbing so much of the damage. The main damage source, the most important person on the field, Slops Murdoch, he's just going to be his face, be disruptive. Like, that's his main job. The moment he gets tanky and also starts getting a little bit more damage online, I mean, the crowd control is there from Mayhem to deal with Reflect on this Greystone and try to keep him off of it. Yeah, obviously, they have the stun coming out from Big Boy. Move Along is there, Live Lunatic with a Flame Belt, so on and so forth. But you don't want to be delegating all of those to just trying to keep your Murdoch someone so he doesn't have someone in his face soaking up damage all the time. Because if that's the case, then that team fight's simply not going your way either. So
Right.
it's and Reflect actually is one of the most farmed person on the field. He was the first person to card level 21 points, and he's not too far off from 24. Compare that to like Live Lunatic, who's at 15, Griever at 15. Greystone coming online, if he gets his progression early, he can actually be a really big force to reckon with if he can snowball after that.
Yeah, and he scales so well.
Yeah.
And you have to kill him twice. It's not...
Yeah, he kind of gets crazy tanky.
Yeah, you gotta kill him twice.
Now, talking about the sticking onto Murdoch, Blink Charm is a thing that recently we've seen
I love that
being
card.
picked up. Was it Slops on last Tuesday who was running on his Murdoch?
I'm trying to remember. I remember we saw a Blink Charm, but I don't quite remember.
I was confused at how he got away. It was on a Chimera. And
That's
he jumped,
right, yes.
Yeah, he jumped from the Orb Prime up to the Shadow Pad, or from the Orb Prime ramp towards the Shadow Pad. And I was like, wait a second, he didn't leap on anybody. How did he do that? And it turned out to be the Blink
Charm.
Charm.
Yeah.
So talking about, again, being as CC in this game is super important, and it can be crazy effective. Putting Blink Charms on your carries, on your Murdoch, is that something that you would advise? Is that something that you would say, we need this? Or
Let's have a talk.
Yeah, okay.
I'm all about that Blink Sparrow life.
Oh.
I am all about that Blink Sparrow life. If you watch my stream at twitch.tv/ITG then you will see
Oh, not.
that I think that Blink Charm on Sparrow is so good. I haven't experimented with other Rangers, but I could imagine it would be really good on them as well. Because all you do is you get that you after your like first damage item, pick up your Blink Charm.
I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah, not.
You are incapable of that.
Never used it.
Really?
I've never put it on my build. I've
Really?
never done it.
Let me tell you about the Portal Stone.
Okay, wait. Yeah, another.
Here's what you do. Here's what you do.
That's
Here's what you
something
do.
we
All
have
right, check
to
it out, guys. I want you guys to do this
Because
in your
that's
pub
a
games.
card you don't use.
Do this in your pub games, all right?
Are we imagining this?
The moment you're able to pick up,
Pretend.
so at minute 3, you make a 5-man push to the enemy's harvester. So you pick. Just bear with me.
Why is he telling people
Bear with me. At minute 3, 5-man push to the enemy's
Listener
harvester and
discretion
pick up
advised.
that harvester. Then everyone gets portal stones, and you just keep teleporting to that harvester
And just do.
and like
Jungle
catching
gangs?
them out behind the tower.
That literally
There's no
works.
way you can lose.
That literally works no times out of no times.
And especially late game, like if you need to backdoor the core, what better means of backdooring the core than taking a harvester?
What
and
team
you're
leaves
looking,
a-
look, you're right there. You just go up through
What
the
team
slot right
leaves
there.
a BM harvester up the entire match?
Now,
No, you get it later on in the match because you can take out Harvester so quickly.
I apologize for everything that's unfolded right now.
Wait. Now, let's kind of take this and talk about a transition into Harvesters. Now, looking at sometimes, we saw it in Game 2 of Game 1 here at the Paragon Masters Finals. We have Team Mayhem being very aggressive, really controlling Straight Outta Agora's jungle, putting wards down, totally taking it from them, but they did not touch their Harvesters, if I remember correctly. Is it not worth it? Because I mean,
it is sometimes. Big boy B. He's just caught out. He's going to be going out. He's going to pop the ult. Can he jump away? The call, that burst damage.
Nope.
Good lord.
No.
Farewell, Rampage.
No, he can't.
You were
Bye.
you were a valiant effort at means of getting away, but too much burst damage right there. SOA is on the warpath, man. They are on the warpath gaming rip.
That's a good sentence.
Well done. I mean, taking them sometimes, if you're denying the farm, it can be useful. We may see them jump in and attack it a couple times and just take that.
Just take the like what's,
not waste
what's
their time
available.
killing it. Just take
Right.
the available amber out of it and then
Right.
rotating out. But I feel like when we saw it, the heroes were starting to respawn and come back.
So it's like
so
too
instead of
dangerous.
risk it, you just run away.
Yeah.
You're just happy taking the jungle away from them, and then letting the harvester do those harvester things.
So the card levels are starting to. So when Mayhem in game number 2 of game number 1, how many kills? They were up like 12 kills.
Oh, it was like 12-1.
It was something like that, right?
Crazy.
But if you hit that tap button and you looked at the score, the card experience, it was just
even.
very, very, maybe slightly in favor
Of Mayhem.
of Mayhem.
Right.
Yeah.
And right now, SOA is ahead 4 kills, substantially less than that of when Mayhem had a lead. And man, this lead is getting scary for Mayhem right now, especially if I'm Griever. Grux, at a certain point, when you get behind, you transition from this period of, oh, hey, I can go in there and take out Rangers, to more so, I'm here to smash and grab and die.
Fight going
Speaking
down
of which,
in the
speaking of
jungle.
death, Griever is going to charge away. The R2000 rocket was a little bit too late from Solo Nazgul. Can they secure this kill? They're really chasing. There is no tower there. That tower push we saw really early on. They're just chasing them around. Is Mayhem thinking about collapsing on this? They might do it. I mean, they picked up. Their red buff has been picked up here, so they got that. But Reflect's in here. They're going to continue to be aggressive. And Live Lunatic's in a lot of trouble. Live Lunatic's the one with the red buff. He's getting collapsed on. Pincer maneuver. Classic. Flame Belch goes down. That's going to be it. Leo Grande picks up the kill. 2 easy kills. A great invasion. Instead of they picked up that black buff and said, you know what? Let's do more of this. We have the lead. Let's show Mayhem how you play with the lead. All right. This is how it's done. Phenomenal. And with the black buff, they might be able to pick up this tier 2 tower in the red lane.
It's going to be tough. We've seen what happens when teams dive towers. Yes, it's only Slop standing here, and Slop says, never mind, and just backs off. So it looks like they will get this tier 2 tower here. Basically uncontested.
Yeah.
Uncontested.
Do they want more?
They're
tasting the waters.
This is, well, here's the thing. Blazemaster B is at the blue tier 1 tower for an inhibitor. I like this. This is a bold move from SOA. If they're able to take a team fight here this early on, I mean, they're advantage. They have an advantage, but this is the Greystone. This is what we were talking about. The moment Greystone gets items, you can do things like this. Big Boy B's trying to get it. The inhibitor's at half HP. It's going down slowly. Speaking of going down, Leo Grande's in a lot of trouble. He gets taken out. He does get taken out. Can Mayhem keep the inhibitor alive? They can. But if they are able to counter push this, they can get some kills. They might be able to fall back to that Aura Prime. Beautiful! Oh, the 2-man long arm of the law takes 1 of the lives away from the Cata Reflect. Can they take him out twice? Griever's sweeping around right there. He's looking to catch off Soul Nazgul, make sure he can in that sprint. Big Boy pops the ultimate to get that big leap onto him. Here comes Blazemaster B. Is going to smack him down. Down goes Soul Nazgul. Looking over here, right over to Reflect. He's going to get taken out as well. The boulders right there. Does land. 3 down. If I am Mayhem, I'm saying go to the Orb Prime, get that 1200 card experience, activate the inhibitor. That actually could potentially, maybe not even up this game, but that is a huge morale boost that Mayhem sorely, sorely needs.
This is a fight, though. They've got 30 seconds. We've got the Orb, the Prime Orb is at level 2. He's not going to be the strongest, but you have to worry about the collapse. You have to worry about the 20 seconds and them rotating over and hitting you. They do have a ton of damage coming out right now. I mean, they should be able to get it. They've got great zoning on the side of Live Lunatic. If he jumps up into that Shadow Pad, hit him with that Flame Belch and knock him back.
Hit him with that young Flame Belch.
Now, if you're Straight Outta Agora, do you send 2 guys here to make sure no one backs you? Backdoor?
That's potentially they're gonna come at this. They know that they can contend this. They're coming in here. This could be disaster for Mayhem. They don't have the damage to take out this Orb Prime. And simply taking the huge 3-man smasher grab of the Orb Prime. He's the 6-man member coming out here for SOA. Down goes Live Lunatic, and he is not living up to his name. Griever is able to pick up the Orb Prime, but at what cost? Is he gonna be able to get away so very low? But here comes Peach Turtle. He doesn't have energy. The long arm of the law coming out there. Oh mama, I'm in fear for my life right now, is what Griever's telling himself. Can he get away? Nope. The leap from Leo Grande is gonna secure the kill. The Orb Prime 3 down. They could just end the game off of this.
Oh, that was it. I mean, that was Mayhem's attempt at the shot to try to salvage taking an inhibitor down. Like you said, they would have gotten a huge morale booster. Straight of Agora not even giving it to him. They're like, no. Like, we want to end this game.
They're going for face, boys. Can we get some SM Orcs in chat if they're able to pull this off? See if they can do it. Big Boy B is the only lone SM Orc-looking guy on the field to prevent this, but with the Prime cards being activated, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to pull this off. It would be impressive. SOA are showing that they are the team with the fortitude, the discipline, and they're able to persevere through a very frustrating series of events. The core's at 50%. Here comes that hail of missiles from the howitzer. And ladies and gentlemen, can SOA do it? I think they're going to be able to. Reflect still has another life to go back on. Game number 1 goes to SOA.
Wow.
Mayhem. I think they just... This right here, ladies and gentlemen, stuff like this happens.
Yeah.
Whether it's an early access game or whether it's a more well-established game. Disconnects happens, even in titles like Dota 2, long pauses like this. This was a psychological test of Mayhem. In those first games, they were looking great, and you can tell that they SOA said, you know what? We're going to be patient, we're going to persevere, and we're going to pull this out. Psychological warfare is what this has come down to because of this. It happens. To be a great team, you have to be able to adapt to these situations. SOA made a big statement right there.
Yeah, that was wow. Well, you look at the 3 other games played before that, and you look at Mayhem, minus game 3 of game 1, Mayhem was very strong, especially in game number 2. They had a huge advantage.
Yeah.
And it's confusing. And it's so confusing.
Well, we're done now. We don't have to
think about it anymore. We're going to go to game number 2. What does Mayhem have to do? I mean, after dealing with those disconnects, after dealing with now this loss, what is going through your head?
You take this break.
You got a few minutes to regroup.
Yeah.
You talk about it. We discuss what just happened.
Hopefully someone bakes cookies.
Hopefully, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Faye team.
Oh, man. Faye, can we go ahead and say it?
Yes.
I mean, we can.
Faye is Bay.
All right, we can't say that. I apologize. We will edit that out.
We're taking that out right now.
I'll edit that.
Sorry, we didn't know what he meant when he said, "Can we say it?"
Not that god-awful statement.
But Faye, that was beautiful. Faye is beautiful, beautiful pixels. So we were talking about this before the pre-show about if a team gets backed into a corner, will we see Babe?
Oh crap!
What did I tell you, Chad? What did I tell you?
Is he out of here? Toaster, have a good one.
Welcome, friends, family.
Thank you for tuning in.
And foreigners.
And Faye.
Foreigner fans.
And Faye Bays.
Great band.
Anyway,
Paragon Masters.
Let's go to a quick break. We can talk about this when we come back as we're getting ready to go into game number 2. Straight up Agora, picking up the first one.
Can we get another Hail Mary? Are they going to be able to queue into each other?
I think we have to do that.
So chat.
If you're chat right now, go.
Don't queue.
Hit him with
chat. Just give us like 5 minutes, guys. We're a community, guys. We're a community. We
Let's
can do this.
Team.
Tell your friends. Tell your family.
$2,096. Tell everyone on Paragon. Whisper them. If you're in a game, continue the game. If you're not in the game, just wait.
I feel like what I'm doing right now is the equivalent of Peyton Manning telling his when he's in that field and everyone's really loud and he goes like this and he tells everyone to be quiet. We're like, guys, don't queue up right now because we're trying to get the game going.
That's right.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this together.
That's exactly
the community. This is unprecedented. The community is working together to make sure a tournament is working appropriately. Like, come on, isn't this cool? I'm excited about this.
You guys are the best.
You did it?
Dude, your beard is so cool.
All right, as we talk
buddy.
about how amazing you are while we're at break, we're going to a quick break. Do not go anywhere. Match number 2 is coming right up.
Man.
Otter.
Wow.